What's going on, fellas? I asked Courtney if she wanted to record this video with me, and she skipped out, and that is totally cool. But this is the Rosecraft Pocket Monster. It's not a new model. I think it came out last year, if I'm not mistaken. So like this is 2023. If you're watching in the future, I believe this is a 2022 model. We did this knife belongs to my brother. Thanks for letting us borrow it. Um, it's an AARP 9 steel. This is a Swags design. Not sure how that's picking up. Sorry, y'all. Okay. I whenever I first saw it, I was like, you got very little blade, and like I'm definitely not a fan. The forward finger choil kind of makes the knife look silly, in my opinion. But once you get this thing in your hand, you know all that stuff can go out of the window. And then like seriously, because like once you get it in your hand, you got plenty of grip, and then you got this little blade. It's a very tiny blade, but it's going to be good for those precision cuts, and those like you'll have maximum control. Your thumb's going to land right on top of where your cutting edge is, and you're going to have all this control that you're going to be able to utilize all these different kind of cuts and stuff, like whether you're indoors or outdoors, or no matter what you're really doing, if you're cutting up carrots, or if you're foraging or whatever. The knife has got a brilliant design. So it's I would say this is definitely a function over form type of knife. Like it's not something I look at and I'm like, ooh, I like that. I like the looks of it. I'm gonna make it work because it just screams my name. It is a function over form knife, much like what I would consider. Did I say function over form? Yes. If I didn't, that's what I meant. Much like what I would consider to be most Spydercos. So like you got the paramilitary 2 there, and that to me this is a form over function knife. Well, so would this be. One of my favorite things about Rosecraft is the people, like talking to Hawkins, Andy, and Swags. I've never talked to Chase, so I can't claim that. But I don't, I can't have an opinion about Chase. I've heard great things. I haven't had a reason to correspond with him yet. But talking to these people, they're all wonderful, laid back, down to earth people, and they are trying to. They're building these knives in China, and they use several different people in China for their OEMs, and they're trying to work their way into being able to afford to pop up a factory in Tennessee somewhere and start creating Rosecraft blades in Tennessee. They also have some slip joints that I'm really excited to check out. I've never laid my hands on a slip joint of Rosecraft, so just like as of right now, as of the recording of this video, I do have a couple of other Rosecrafts around here. This is another Swags design, and this is the bar knife, and it was that one was created to be a bartender's tool. It does have a pry bar at the end here, but you can take that off, no problem, or you can flip it around and put it back into where this thing actually goes around that, I think, some kind of way. Like if you flip it around upside down, this thing can go around that. But it does have a little hex type of tool there, a pry bar, and it doesn't even have to be there. It's not a support. It does have additional standoffs, so like this piece doesn't have to be there. So if it's in your way, and for most people it would be, take it off, But anyway, that video's not about the bar knife. Here is speaking of Chase, this is one of his designs. This is a OGEE. And so if you're familiar with either one of those, this should tell you where the Pocket Monster lines up when it comes to size of other fellow Rosecraft branded knives. I'm proud of these guys, man. I'm proud of them. I really am. And Andy Armstrong, if you're a Rough Rider fan, you'll know that Andy has designed quite a few knives for Rough Rider. That maybe who's OEMing the blade centering is good. Sorry, ADD. That maybe who's OEMing their slip joints. I'm excited to get my hands on some of those slip joints. Check them out. I just asked Hawkins about a doctor's knife to see if they have one in their lineup. I could have swore I saw somebody do a video on a doctor's knife that Rosecraft made, but For the life of me, I can't find it. It's got a deep carry pocket clip, recessed body screws all the way around, except for this pivot here, right? Like so, the pivot just rises just a little bit. I love the color coordination. Red and black is probably one of my favorite color combinations that you could throw on a knife or a gun or whatever. I think it's how Kershaw got me so long. Right, it's just red and black boxes. But it's got a front flipper. I'm not great at the front flipper, but I can get it to work on this knife, which is good because like I'm not, you know what I mean? Like there's guys out there that can do these things with the front flippers that are, you know, it's very intricate, you know, and make it look nice and smooth. I can get the knife open. That's about as good as I can say. When it comes to reverse flicking, my finger stopped it. Did you see that? Okay, let me position my hands. Okay, when it comes to reverse flicking with the thumb studs, I can get that to happen. Front flipping with the thumb studs, there's no problem there either. Love the thumb studs, they're nice and smooth. The jimping on the top of the spine is great. It does have jimping that comes back here, but I can't really feel it all that great. It's got a tall flat grind, making that a nice. I don't know what they're coating their blades with, and I'm not sure how well that'll stand up. This isn't my knife. I may ask Michael if he minds if I carry it and use it for a little while. I think he picked it up for his wife, so I might not. But anyway, very comfortable knife. Doesn't really matter how I hold it. In reverse grip, it works great. In forward grip, it works great. I've got a really good. That's nice and comfortable. Like just the ball of the handle fits in, you know, in between the ball and the hand, and that fits really good. It feels good. I do prefer the choked up grip. I feel like I have more control, but there's nothing to lead me to believe that I wouldn't have control if I held the knife like this. But all right, what we got? So we got a 2-inch cutting edge. That's it. And if we take the 1, 2, 3, take it all the way back here. Yeah, so we're looking at right at a 3-inch, maybe a 2 7/8 blade with a 2-inch cutting edge. Leaves you very generous forward choil. I can't go on enough about that. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.5 inch knife. Good job, Swags. I know it's an older model, and I'm sorry I'm just now getting to it, but I like it. I really do. Ergonomically speaking, it reminds me of shed knives. Like Jack Billings has got this natural gift for ergonomics when it comes to the handles, and I think that's going to play a huge part of his future. From everything I can tell, when Swags designs a knife, it really feels, you know, like she's got that same talent, you know, and I can't wait to see how this evolves throughout her career, and I do believe that she will have a long-lasting career as long as she wants one in the knife community. Without further wasting your time, thanks for joining me. And if you've made it this far and you like the content, please consider subscribing and liking the video. Thumb it up or something. I don't know, man. Do whatever you want to. We will catch you on the flip side. I'll take a picture right here for the thumbnail.